How's it going, everyone? We've got a new project. This is an intro to a new project. Roger, you keep on stumping me every time I show up. There's something else sitting here, and you fast forward it real quick. We're gonna put some B-roll in on how this car came in because it came in driving under its own power.
5 days ago.
5 days ago.
I didn't even tell you that it was here until yesterday when we made our list of content stuff that was here, just so you'd be like, what the, like, how did this happen?
So it's blue, so that's already making me feel good. But this is not a Chevelle, but it's a Legacy series. So what are we working with today?
So this is Steve Aguilar's 1971 Buick GS. It was a running, driving, pretty original-ish restoration with a little modernized color on it. All this is going by the wayside. I wanted to make sure that I knew the floor was going to be the same, but I wanted to make sure everything as far as rocker height and everything else is going to relate the same in installing our unibody chassis before we got too, I mean, I guess we got crazy because we cut the floor out of it to put the chassis in it. But I just want to get everything kind of set up. So we installed everything, checked the wheelbase because the chassis can slide fore and aft just a little bit. So we made sure the doors are fairly aligned. And all that stuff is sitting on there. The wheelbase is roughly where we want. The core support is bolted down. The bumper is set on the rear. We had the front bumper on it just a little while ago. And just getting all that set in place. We took the wheels off Black Cherry just to put them on here for placemats because it's got 19s and 20s, what it'll have on the car. It's also the wheels the customer's looking to go towards. So that's helpful, but it just gives us to check out the wheel positioning of where the wheel lands here in the front of this wheel opening. So there's a little space here, and then in the back here, it's really tight, but that's about as close as we want to go to get that set up.
So essentially these are Chevelles, as in chassis and body configuration, just the outside body is a different shape. This is like the 442.
It is like the 442, and it's kind of nice with this one because we can use more Chevelle stuff since we're painting it. So we're taking the inner fender piece from a 70 Chevelle, and we're going to replace this section where the hood hinges bolt so that we can use Ring Brothers billet hinges from a Chevelle on here because they'll bolt to the hood, but the Ring Brothers doesn't make a set of hinges for the Buick. And so we can replace that. We can also make it to where this fender opening matches our Chevelle inner fenders and use our Chevelle inner fenders to weld those right in place.
Okay.
And so it'll just replace this panel underneath and allow us to put the hinges in there and fit everything the way we want.
So, I mean, how'd this all come about so fast?
Customer inquired about doing the swap, asked us if it was possible, saw the chassis that we've been advertising and thought it was a slick thing and liked the way that they appear to drive and everything on social media that we've been doing, and this is where we're at.
Wow, five days and you've already cut the floor out and it's sitting on the ground with a new chassis.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah,
so,
that's great.
I mean, to think that in 5 days we put a trans tunnel in it, a drive shaft tunnel, IRS, mini tubs, a new fuel tank, that is modernized to run for a modern fuel system, and then on top of that have a whole Roadstershop chassis installed. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. And so, I mean, is there what's the backstory on the car? Like why it's being built? Or is it show car? Is it going to SEMA? What are we working with on that end?
We're just building a fun car. At this point, it's just going to be a Legacy series car. This is number 9. And he just keeps saying it'll be a little bit of a plus. Trying to keep some things fairly simple on it and just make it a fun car to drive. It's getting a LME late model engines out of Texas. Is making, I believe it's a 441 cubic inch LT1 that will be port injected with an 8 HP transmission. So we'll run the new HP Tuners Core ECU with a Turbo Lamic TCU. And we'll get all that stuff mocked up here soon. The exhaust ports have a different location on the heads, and so we have to work around having the engine here to build all that type of stuff. But we're going to get the radiator mocked up. We're going to make this piece in billet, kind of like we did on the Oldsmobile to make it a Legacy car. And then It'll have our Chevelle inner fenders in it in fiberglass because they're going to get painted. We're getting ready to put a firewall in it. We're putting a Tesla booster in it, a Tesla Gen 1 booster. And we're going to see how that fits in here. And yeah, everything else will be fairly standard. These cars are really handy because back here, it has this factory installed trunk opening handle. So if you're not tall enough to reach all the way down there or bend over and hurt your back, you can grab it by this large trunk opening handle that's factory installed. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, the Chevelles don't have that feature.
They don't have that feature. It's a really nice feature to incorporate it in there.
So we got a gas tank already dropped in place?
Gas tank's just sitting here on the frame rails to show you guys how that installs. Set up for a single pump system. There's trunk expansion panels that go on each side. The mini tubs are just set in here for mock-up at this point to make sure all that fits. We've been trying to go through design characteristics that we're going to do for the tail lights, and then just bumper, front fender bumper vents and things like that. The exhaust cutouts on these things are pretty lame for the way that they just came through the bumper. There's really no flare around that, so we're going to work on that.
Maybe make like a billet bezel or something?
A billet bezel that'll be chromed to match, and then maybe make a Buick thing on here that's just a little bit more uptown.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So,
this is amazing. I like the color, but
of course you would.
Apparently it's not staying this color.
It's not staying this color.
Wow. And so did he just pick this car up just recently?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Not really sure if he's had it for a little while or not.
Wow. And you guys just went to town. And from what I heard earlier, the chassis and engine and drivetrain are already gone?
Chassis, engine, and drivetrain are sitting out back to be picked up at 2 o'clock this afternoon by some Buick gurus.
Yeah. Man, this is going to be amazing. A lot of people loved the 442 just because it was different. And I think this is going to be another fan favorite.
Yeah, I think it's a good one.
Do we have a color or rendering or anything
Black.
yet? Black.
Black.
Black and chrome?
Black with nickel plated
Oh, really?
trim. So we're going to talk about some grille modifications, some things like that, just different ideas we've had. We'll probably put the JW speaker lights in here that we put in a lot of cars. We're going to make some special tail lights for the rear. Just a lot of stuff that's kind of more bolt-on-y than anything else.
So no stripes, nothing?
I don't believe, no.
Okay, so all black, nickel plate, and just some flared pieces to set it to where...
Yeah, I think we're going to shave the rain gutters and minimize those.
Really?
Just some little cleanup things. We're going to have the boys over at Intech Auto make us a set of custom mirrors for it that kind of go with the Buick, so they're not Chevelle mirrors on a Buick.
Yeah.
And but everything else, man, it looks good. We'll probably fit the bumpers a little tighter and have those custom chrome, just little things like that, but nothing major on the car. The intention is to just knock it out real quick and get number 9 on the road.
So Steve, the owner, has he seen it on the ground like this?
I've texted him pictures this morning. He has not been back. He says he'll be here for the open house. I don't know if this thing will be on the ground when he's here for the open house. So, but it should.
What was his reaction?
Pretty amazed.
Because this isn't his first go-round building a car.
No, it's not.
So it usually doesn't happen this fast.
It usually doesn't happen this fast.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot to do, but to get the vision of your car sitting on the ground this fast, this soon.
Well, it's why we invented this chassis. Was that for us it saves 12 weeks of work.
Yeah.
Yes, this chassis is like nearly $50,000. But if you take all the time that it takes to do all the additional mods with the independent rear suspension, the mini tubs, all that stuff, which you're still doing that a little bit, but you don't have to do it to the extent that you would do it the other way.
And you get all the features of like the floor is down lower, so now you have more headroom for seating position.
Yep.
And let alone your seating position is a lot more
just modernized.
Yeah, which is big on these cars.
Yep.
These cars were not built to be in a great seating position.
No, they're not.
Yeah, man, this is amazing. What are we doing with the interior? Speaking of all that, what are we doing with it?
We're trying to keep it very Buick-ish, so we're probably going to machine a gauge cluster that looks like a Buick. There's a lot of white. I don't know if he's keeping the white interior if we're gonna go black, but we'll keep some of the white. We'll keep.
So the car came in with white interior?
White interior.
Wow.
So white and wood grain. So we're gonna try that. We're probably gonna mock it up with one of our consoles. Just start to see what that stuff kind of looks like in the car. With it being an automatic and an 8 HP, you've got to come up with a custom shifter that'll kind of run both of those for the park reverse neutral setup. So we'll get some of those things kind of going on it.
Okay. Do we have a target on like next summer?
I would think next summer is pretty easy. So
Yeah.
we've got a paint slot lined up to happen in July. And yeah, trying to just push through everything that we can.
Wow. So he's going to do like more of a hubcap style
Yep.
rally wheel.
Yep. That's why it was fitting to take the wheels off Black Cherry, put them on here, see what they look like, and also use it for the fitment for the wheelbase and chassis positioning as to whether the body should be slid a little bit forward and aft.
I mean, do we know how much lower this is sitting than what the factory car? I mean, this car was completely factory when it came in, right?
Completely. I mean, you can add the pictures of the car in here to what it was when we started. It was considerably higher on smaller wheels as well.
All right. So Chevelle fans that are following along with these Legacy series, you've seen the 442, and that was a crowd favorite. What do you think about this Buick? Are we going over into left field here with this, or is this like pretty cool? I want to know what people think about it. I mean, because honestly, you don't see these cars too often.
No, you don't. And there's a lot of cool stuff. There's some hood vents on here. There's a hood tack that sits on here. There's a lot of cool details that were on
They
here.
are not slacking in coolness. You just don't see that many of them around.
You just don't see that many.
Yeah. And Steve is obviously really into these cars.
Yes.
So this is great. This is
It's a
great.
great looking car.
Okay. Any other info that we have on this one for the introduction?
That's probably it for this. I mean, we've only got 5 days of work in it, so.
I mean, come on now. Can it be running by the end of today,
I know,
please?
you would think we could, yeah.
If you had the motor.
If we had the motor, we could. Yeah, if we had the motor.
Wow. Okay.
And the ECU and a bunch of other stuff.
And a bunch of other stuff. No,
So.
you guys are trucking along. I like it. Well, if someone has a Buick or a 442 or even just a Chevelle, because we're about Chevelles, how do they get a hold of you?
Just go to our website, email us. That's the best way. You'll give you a series of questions to answer, kind of dictate to who you're going to go to for your parts questions or your build questions or whatever it is. And we'll get back to you, usually within a few hours.
Okay,
So.
so you are available to do other than Chevelles here. Let's just say
We're not. I don't need your name anymore. Chevelle Factory.
You don't.
Yeah,
You,
yeah. I bet the Buick factory's not taken.
it probably isn't. So you
It
better
probably
jump on
isn't.
that because
Probably
I'll go home.
isn't.
I'll go home on the way home and I'll
I'll
purchase
get it before you get there.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.